This special SalemNews.com report is brought to you by the THC Foundation, serving the cannabis community since 1999.
What's up, dog? How you feeling, my nugget?
Good. You guys getting ready to go on right now?
We're getting ready to go on right now, my nugget. So what? It's a 2011 Portland, Oregon's very own Hempstalk, Los Marijuanos representing. This is the 6th year that they had us perform here, my nuggets. I'm happy. My boys are on there.
You gonna do anything new this year? The things people expect? What are they gonna do?
Man, we're doing a little bit of everything. We got some new stuff, because you know my influence is classic rock, bunch of rap and soul. So we got new songs and plus some of the old school ones. So I hope you guys enjoy, man. It's gonna be a real good thing, man, for sure. This is for you guys. Cheers. MarijuanosMusic.com. All up in your mouth.
Everybody pull out your lighters, and everybody light up your lighters. Man, who saves the world? All I know, 'cause Jack said so. We gotta let him grow. We gotta let him know that the emperor wears no clothes. Few medicine, food, fiber, paper. Educate yourself, beat the cable. The government's trying to sell us a dream. It's all about them trying to make us some cream. They want some nightmare, not the American dream. So we put together our own team to spread the word. I thought you heard. Thought you listen to the teacher Jack here and learn. Round round of applause for Los Marijuanos.
That's right, and educate yourselves.
How did people be in today?
Great. It's been a good day.
Tell me how it's going down here.
Well, you know what? I got to say, this is one of the finest days Hempstalk has ever seen. We got traffic backed up for miles on the highway, and we got people everywhere with smiles in their face backed up the highway, and we got people in here packed in, and we got bands everywhere, and booze, twice the number of booze we've ever had, and we got speakers, the best. I mean, look at this.
We need you guys, go out there, register to vote, educate your families, educate your friends, educate anybody you can, because that's what's going to make the difference. You know, there are polls now showing that we can win this thing. Right now, our Oregon Cannabis Tax Act initiative has 35,000 signatures. We need 87,232 valid registered Oregon voter signatures by next July. But we want to do it before that to qualify for a vote in a year and 2 months.
We have a special treat for you here as well. Be remiss here to not recognize Dr. Philip Levesque, who's on the stage with us. AKA the most dangerous man in Oregon. You can see how dangerous this man is. And I'll let him tell more of his story, but basically one of the pioneers here in Oregon for medical cannabis patients, one of the first doctors here to stand up and say, no, this is medicine, you know, following in the footsteps of Dr. Todd McArea and, you know, all the others that have, you know, come forth and, you know, made this a medicine and made people recognize this is a medicine. And he's got a lot to say. Dr. Levesque, the mic is yours, my man.
I was not the first doctor who signed applications for medical marijuana. My patients were number 13 and number 14. And the Department of Human Services says there may be as many as 500 patients in Oregon who will qualify for a medical marijuana permit. At the end of the first year, I had 900 patients. The next doctor had 79, and the number 3 doctor was down to maybe 3 or 4. And I was the first doctor who had 1,000 patients, 2,000 patients, 3,000 patients, 4,000 patients, 5,000 patients, and I actually think I had 6,000. The medical board was after me for some real strange reasons, but 4 doctors sent letters to the medical board that Dr. Levesque is stealing my patients and doping them up. In 1949, when I started at Oregon Medical School, a PhD candidate in pharmacology. And my chairman says, Levesque, go into the stock room and see if you can arrange some sort of order. The first thing I ran into was a gallon jug of cannabis cough medicine. And this was at the time when it was illegal for anybody, after 1937, it was illegal for anybody in the United States to have marijuana, cannabis in any sort whatsoever. I poured myself a pint of cosidine, which is the cannabis cough medicine, and it works for cough. And I had a pint bottle of it, and I haven't used it for several years. It's in a barrel in my barn someplace out in Malala, and it's probably still good after some 50 years. I have an extremely severe medical problem myself. I have a spinal cord injury. My feet are in fire right now, and sometimes I stagger a little bit, and people say, "Oh, Dr. Levesque got on the good stuff again." Well, no, I don't use it, and I don't use it for a very good reason. Every cop in the state would be looking for me. In fact, the matter is, for a couple of years, I was visited by a policeman from the medical board at least once a month. One time he comes in and he says, Dr. Levesque, I want 10 of your charts of people that you refuse to give marijuana permits to. And I says, if they don't have one of the medical conditions, they don't even get the front door. And he says, oh, is that so? And I said, yeah, that's a matter of fact. We know that every state has a record of how many arrests they get for marijuana possession or marijuana something or other. And it amounts to approximately 1 million total per year in the United States. How many of you have heard of Lars Larson? Huh? When this first started, Lars Larson's producer phoned me up and said, would you be willing to be on Lars Larson's show about marijuana? And I said, yes, I would, if Lars Larson admits that he used to smoke marijuana himself. Well, I was on for about an hour and a half, and he's a strange bird. I'll give him that. He's a strange bird. And one of the questions that he asked me was, how old was your oldest patient? 90 years old. What was wrong with the patient? I think it was old age, but I'm not sure about that. How old is your youngest patient? 14 months. Dr. Levesque, how do you get a 14-month-old child to smoke a marijuana cigarette? I says, Lars, she was drinking cannabis tea.
Marijuana indeed, Mr. Weedman, bring me some weed. Come on!
We had somewhere between 200 and 250 students. This was at the university, and I was very much shocked. Exactly 1 week later, either the DEA or the local Florida state cops raided one of the dormitories and busted 25 students. So Florida is one of the worst states for medical marijuana.
I'm Melissa White Chocolate Ballin, Jack Harrer's co-director of The Emperor Wears No Clothes, and you can listen in to amazing interviews with freedom fighter trailblazers like Dr. Bill Levesque on Hemp Can Save the Planet Radio.
If you look on Salem Days News, you will find a picture of Jack Herrera and Phil Levesque with my real vest, the most dangerous man in Oregon.
AKA normal.
And this is him, the most dangerous man in Oregon. And we're going to talk to him on Hemp Can Save the Planet, following the Marijuanologist on LA Talk Live. I was thinking that maybe you should ask your...
Jack. Oh, Jack. Oh my God, Jack. We love Jack. We miss Jack. Jack fell here. I was on the team that was there when he went down and tried to get him back up again. And now you're bringing me to tears. You give me chills. You give me hot, and now you're making me cry. Wow, what to say about Jack, but we love you, Jack. We miss you. Everybody here thinks about you, and we know that you're sitting out on the beach smoking a big fatty for us right now. So just, if you wouldn't mind, roll one for me, because we got another one coming someday soon.
Radio show, Rogue Cannabis Radio. It's on KSKQ. You can stream it live at kskq.org every Tuesday night from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And you guys can start your own podcast and spread your information around the world.
So you're from Ashland, you're involved in media. Tell me about what you came down to speak to the folks about at the Hemposium.
Basically the power of hemp and media and what it's done for me in my life. It's one of the most influential things that I've ever witnessed in my life. It's the only reason I'm out here is because of the media that comes from the West Coast, and that's been coming from the West Coast since the 90s, is what convinced me to actually get into, a more social approach to my belief in marijuana. And that's why I moved out here from Minnesota, is because it's truly the most powerful thing I know, and I'm glad to be involved with it beyond belief.
Is it a trend going on, people relocating to the western states for the laws?
It's been a trend since 1849. Come on, the gold rush, man. California is and always will be close to my heart as some of the people who stood up at first. But Oregon, you blow me away. It seriously does. There's people that hate the West Coast and they left, and I took their place,
I love it. So what kind of luck are you having in Ashland on that regional level? People pretty cool?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been living here for about a year. So in 1 year, I went from guy from Minnesota to being an associate editor for Oregon Cannabis Connection newspaper, writer for them. I got the radio show. I do interviews with some of the most powerful who's who in the marijuana industry. It's an amazing turnaround.
Train wreck.
Yeah, I just bought this shirt today.
Be a place of madness. That's what I'm doing when there ain't shit happening. Laughing, wanna smoke, don't have to ask twice. Water in my phone, a few cubes of ice. Grind up the weed, token, it's real nice. I'm a weed connoisseur, a weed entrepreneur. I'm a fan of the weed, a weed consumer. Instead of get high, multiply. I love smoking the shit out of mine. I love getting high, smoking different flavors and weed with face on my teeth and lasers. It don't matter if it's a blunt or zigzag papers. Fill up a turkey bag, freezing papers. Watch it roll. I don't want the nigga of my validation. Meditating, innovating, salvation. Meditating, not taking it for granted. Don't forget to take the planet down and understand it. This is not like I'm spinning granted.
Yeah, and so technically, after my show, I must say, before this, I never thought there would be an occasion for me to cut my hair.
What could be better?
Well, for me, lots of things.
The more thoughts for me, I got to have it, can't you see? Marijuana indeed, Mr. Weed Man, bring me some weed. Come on! Bring me some. Bring me some. Who wanna eat this orange? Bring me some of that. Bring me some of that. This is a stinky.
This band is fucking awesome. This is the third year in a row I've seen them right here in this very place. And killing it. Killing it.
This is for Jack Care. Do that shit. Fight. We'll save the world. All I know is Jack said so. We gotta let him grow. We gotta let him know. That the emperor wears no clothes. Hemp parade. Ask Jack Care, man, to tell you many ways. $1 billion crop, man, $1 billion pot. All kinds of capital for the country gets got. $100,000 over 100 prove them wrong. Rolling this step up to the beat that goes on. Back it up, Jack, with this song. The story must be told again, it's been too long. The marijuana, cannabis haters. Let me spread the word, fuck the haters. Against the government, we